Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Dunphy, and welcome back to Week 10 of the High School League of Legends tournament. The boys are versing Kelvin Grove 5 today. They are just getting ready to jump into the game. It will be a little bit of a different stream today, as our normal caster that casts with me, Chawai, will not be able to attend today. So with me to start this stream, I have the coordinator of the Chisholm Esports program himself, Mr. Mendez. How you going, Mark?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. So we would just like to start by talking a little bit about toxicity. So what's Chisholm's stance on toxicity?
Well, Chisholm has a zero tolerance to toxicity. We think that as a sportsman, or as an aspiring sportsman, there really isn't any, there isn't any room for it. You know, if we're looking to compete in this platform, and if we're looking to have a positive mindset, toxicity really isn't something that we support at all in any way, shape, sense, or form.
Yeah, definitely. So how does that relate to, say, the League of Legends honor system then?
Well, I mean, the honor system actually, Riot have done a great job. I mean, you can't fault that. Riot have done a fantastic job with the honor system in making players accountable for their actions. I mean, sometimes you could, as you would know in a basketball game, sometimes some things go unnoticed, and you can't really report the things that are happening. But I think Riot's done a good job. However, sometimes people can get tilted, and that's toxicity. We don't support that. But Riot then takes them down a notch to say, hey, listen, you can't be honor 3, now you're honor 2. So here at Chisholm, what we do is, if any of our students jump down from honor 3 down to, honor 2 down to 1, for instance, for toxic behaviour, they have a game ban.
Yeah, and that obviously equates to how UQ does it as well with the operating the whole League of Legends tournament. So that's not just for us, like across all of the High School League of Legends tournament. I believe it's the same, is it not?
Absolutely, yeah. We really, really like what UQ is doing at the moment, and I would say, I'd be confident enough to say we stand very strongly with them.
Yeah.
With toxicity, and there have been some games that we've seen where emotes have been flashed unnecessarily, that we just think UQ's done a great job with speaking to those students, and I think they're shaping them quite well.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's been a couple opportunities I've definitely seen in games where players have been a little bit silly with those emotes, and not really not necessarily they needed really to do that. So UQ have been pretty quick with coming in and making sure they got their strict ruling there, and I think they've faced the consequences, and I think you were starting to see a little bit of a definite change in the amount emotes are being used in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at game 1 through 3.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a teething process. People are starting with a brand new platform. Everyone's excited. Everyone wants to jump in there, flash off things that they've been working on for a while, or they've just been able to afford, that nice gin emote or whatever else. I mean, that's great. They can be a part of that. But there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
So, like in basketball, if I have a ball, I'm really excited and I just want to get it straight in the hoop. I don't just pick it up and walk across the court and then take the shot. There's also rules in place. I can't travel. I have to work as a team. Those sorts of things. So time and a place, and I think they've done a good job to maintain that. And we can obviously see with the games that we've played that there has been a huge reduction in that sort of behaviour.
Yeah, definitely. On that basketball standpoint, you'll see that. Obviously, there's also rules. If you go and you dunk a basketball and it's awesome play, you can't hang off the ring and taunt the other player, because that's a technical foul as well. So, esports, it's a sport just like any other conventional sports, and there needs to be the same rules with regards to someone's honor and someone's toxicity level as well.
Absolutely.
So obviously, from Chisholm's standpoint, we're really trying to change that culture that esports has with approaching to toxicity. So what's your standpoint on that?
Look, I mean, if we maintain this strong approach to students not being toxic, we apply every Wednesday. As you would know, you take the gym session.
Yeah.
I take the mindset training session beforehand. Try and just massage into our youth that having a positive mindset and positive outlook, especially during gameplay, is so important, because it's so easy to be tilted, right? I mean, you can take things to heart because you invest so much time, you're on a losing streak, but at the end of the day, if you're competing, it's about you working as a team and, focusing on what's important. What's important is making sure that you're taking out the enemy nexus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I think is that all you want to talk about with regards to toxicity?
I think so, and I think all of our viewers should know as well. I mean, Mr. Dunphy has done a fantastic job on our stream. He was thrown in here at the last minute, and some days he doesn't want to cast, but we push him in there, and he does a fantastic job. So thank you to Mr. Dunphy, and thank you to all of you who tune into us each week.
Yeah.
And those of you, if you've just tuned in this week, thank you very much for supporting us and supporting our kids as well.
That's what it comes down to, really, isn't it? Supporting the kids.
Absolutely, and it's just about doing something new and making opportunities for them.
Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, we are just jumping into the game right about now. We will call it there as Chuai, our normal shot caller, is not here, and we are just going to have a silent stream today. So that is going to be Mr. Dunphy and Mr. Mendez tuning out for today. Please follow our social media if you can, if you have not already. Chisholm Esports on YouTube and Chisholm Esports on Instagram, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
see you.
Turret plating will fall soon.
within the atmosphere.